All right, Coach, first opened back in 2017. There's a look at the gleaming new Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the Green Bay Packers and the Atlanta Falcons. One of two spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. That'll be taken in the end zone. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. Finding room at the 30. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle, or if you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
And he finds a man with a crossing route. No catches for him in the wild card win last week, but he's got a first quarter grab here.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
And we'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Eddie Jackson with a tackle.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On 3rd down, Moon flushed out right. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Now Moon. This is brought in by Hardy. Able to convert on 4th to bring up 1st and goal. That's a big 3 yards right there.
Well, peel back the curtain, partner. We've got a pretty good look into how they plan to play this game. Aggressive seems to be the word. Going for it on 4th down in that situation.
Yeah, opening drive. Now, we know this coaching staff, they have traits of aggression in their history, but what a start to this game. They're going for it.
Yeah, a lot of people might say reckless, but they got it. 1 for 1 on 4th down here early in the game.
A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop him.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Line of scrimmage at the 4. Here's 3rd and goal.
Detroit! Detroit! Set! Blue 90! Blue 90!
Moon to throw. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. In for the score. And the Packers take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Forget about the storylines of being intimidated in the playoffs on the road. I mean, that was pretty clinical right there.
Yeah, they didn't treat it like it was a playoff game in January, did they?
No.
That felt much more like, hey, we're back in August, running a few drills in the practice field. They seem unaffected by what they're facing in this one.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now a first carry for T.J. Yeldon. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Vick to throw it. Going to throw right side here. Complete. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long.
And this is taken in at the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Martavis Bryant, 59 yards. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Leopard! Leopard! All right, here we go. 319! 319!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. Now after the false start, they need 8 yards here on third down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit!
Out of the gun, it's Moon. And an alley to run. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A gain of 11 and a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Leopard! Leopard! Gun! 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 All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 1st and 10, Moon. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Chris Jones able to get in there and take him down for a loss of 3. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
From the gun, here's Moon. Buying time to his left. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him, and this pass rush strong now. That sacks on back-to-back plays. 1st and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. 2nd quarter about to get underway with the Packers in possession of the football. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, here we go. 319! 319!
Operating from the gun. Moon. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they're getting blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
Now here's Vic. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And this is going to be Packer football. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Green 39!
On 2nd down, here's Moon. Steps away to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight. The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Set! 319! 319!
Moon. He rifles one that's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
90.
They'll try to punch it in with Yeldon, and he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. T.J. Yeldon taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Falcons are in for 6. Auschko with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he spins past him and into space. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
Now that's the kind of return that warms the heart of a special teams coach. He'll be pushing us next time, Brandon, to make sure his guys are introduced in the starting lineups. These guys have such an influence on every game. The unsung heroes, remember, they have their own meetings, their own practice time, heck, their own spot on the bench in order to be ready to play each and every week.
Let's go. 3-19.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Hot. Hot.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
No. Check. Patriot.
On first down, it's moved. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play.
All right, here we go.
And they'll run it here. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple, down to the 15-yard line. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
The Packers on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
From the gun, Moon. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
They'll start out on the ground. It's DJ Yeldon. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. Tough. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 62 yards.
Eagle. Ace 52.
They'll try and run for it with Yeldon. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the second score there. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. He'll get it up the middle. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They'll try to run for it with a fullback Young. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Field goal forthcoming for Stephen Hauschka from the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And Hauschka's kick is good. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So it's an old-school extra point that counts 3 times. So it's certainly a disappointment they weren't able to get it in the end zone.
Yeah, I can just imagine post-game, head coach looking at the box score, 19-yard field goal, grimacing a little bit, but having to realize that at that moment, getting 3 points was vital. Go ahead and get the points, put them on the board.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
To throw on second down, Moon. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now a first down throw, Moon. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And a short gain down to about the 33. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Looking to throw on second down. Moon forced out to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
To throw on third down. Moon finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll be fourth down. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. This offense converted once on fourth down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more.
Detroit! Detroit! Hot! Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Hot! Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Hot!
Now whistles here, flag down. I think one of the Packer linemen was moving. He went backwards 5 yards there on third down to bring up fourth. Bailey able to knock it through. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Face flag 2. Lion. 300.
On play action, Vic going up top. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Right 20. Right 20.
Vic goes play action. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. And now the Packers going to take another timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Here's Brian Anger now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Taking on the midfield logo. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. Boom, landed.
Throwing on first down. Moon. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break.
Lucky 56. Detroit!
Operating from the gun, Moon. And that is caught, but he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge, incomplete. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And Bailey able to knock it through. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So that one is his third of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, but 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC Divisional Round matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. And a guy that can change the game shows you a glimpse of it right there, taking the ball down inside the red zone.
Just tells you how tough it is for a defense. You just hold on all game and essentially hold your breath. Will they break a big one on us at any point during the game? It just happened right there.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Working out of the gun, Michael Vick, eluding the pressure right. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
He goes underneath for Yeldon. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. T.J. Yeldon, he scored on the ground and through the air. And the Falcons will extend their lead. Hauschka adds the extra point, and the lead is up to 8. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a heck of a return as he goes out of bounds across the 50 inside the 45.
It's the third quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard. And while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive. What a great way to get set up.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Heck of a broken tackle and able to work this down near the 23. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
To throw on 2nd down. Moon rolling to his left. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. And they'll go on the ground. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
Lucky 56.
From the gun, Moon. This will be caught at about the 6. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. The Packers on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and goal.
Watch it now, Barney.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A great effort there. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Packers move back within a couple of the lead. The offense going to stay on the field as they will line up and go for 2.
Now let's go.
Operating from the gun, Moon. Being chased out left. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So out come the Falcons now. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Going deep here for Bryant. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at 2nd down. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. Out left side here to Bryant. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there at 22. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. From the gun, Vick. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd and inches after that 1st down completion went just shy of the marker. Here's a give to Yeldon.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to air one out. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
To throw, Vick. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Hayes. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down. They go back to the ground now with Yeldon. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
On the option, they'll leave it with Young, the fullback. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And there's the pickup you want on 1st down. All offenses say, you get me 4 on 1st down, we'll take it. How about if you get 5? They'll really be happy.
Now they'll give it to the 1st option. That's their fullback. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Still a couple yards short of the 1st as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. Now flags come flying in. One of the Falcons moved early. Moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
And a manageable 3rd down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start. After the penalty, it's Yeldon. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Back now in Atlanta. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Here's Moon. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
Here we go. Blue landed. Blue landed.
From the gun, Moon. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. The Packers on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 8.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
To throw, Moon. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. Picked off at the 19. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
So here's Vick following the interception. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. From the shotgun, it's Vick. Flushed out right. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And he'll bring it back to about the 5-yard line. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college. And our defense coordinator says, we're going to call this be who you are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Packers have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And now look at this. big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
Now, I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It's a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
Give him 7 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down. Now a handoff to Yeldon. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. From the red zone now, Vick. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Tech McKinley in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Play action now, Vick. Dancing to his left. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Hayes. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Now T.J. Yeldon. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They come up in an offset eye. He'll get it up the middle, and he will fight his way into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. T.J. Yeldon saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Falcons have taken the lead here in the 4th. Hauschka with the extra point, and that gives him a 3-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone! 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 Hot! Hot!
To throw again. Moon. And complete over the middle. Safarian Jenkins. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
And now whistles here and a flag down. Looked like someone got going a little early. The false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. gun. It's Moon. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Moon to throw. Buying time to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Mario Edwards breaking through to get him for a loss of 7. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. The Packers on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd and 16.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Moon. Now a desperation throw deep down. Oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. On 2nd down, here's Yeldon. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. And now the Packers going to take another timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Vick. He's going to float this one deep right side. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Here we go now. 319. 319.
He's back to throw. Flush to his right. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short game.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone.
They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Game on the line, season on the line. They're going for it here on 4th down.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19. Detroit! 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 Detroit!
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And as a result, their playoff run may end right here. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. The clock cannot be stopped here. Defense can't do anything. So kneel it down, take it home.
No doubt about it. It's what you practice for in winning situations each and every week. Victory formation. Take a knee and go on into the locker room and celebrate.
Call it a victory. A first down carry now for Yeldon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Now they're going to throw it here with Vick. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Wait a second, they declined the penalty?
I'm as puzzled as you are, partner. I don't understand how any time you lose possession of the ball, yet you turn down a penalty that would give you possession back. But let's make this simple. Anyone who plays the game, take the football. Always take the football.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Falcons here as we say so long from Atlanta.